Welcome. You're watching the India Development Debate. I'm Tamanna Inamdar. Is it a bluff that will be called sooner than later? That's the question being asked for the last 8 days, ever since the people of Maharashtra voted back the BJP and Sena to power. The Sena has since then claimed they were promised a CM position for half the 5-year term and have insisted on that deal before a government is formed. The BJP has refused to budge so far. But a statement by top Sena spokesperson Sanjay Raut has shown how deep the impasse may be. Raut today indicated that the Sena could form the government with 2/3 majority if they needed to do so. Let's listen in.
हमारे पास वो आंकड़ा है बहुमत का, जिससे हम महाराष्ट्र को एक स्थिर, एक्टिव, कार्यक्षम, लोकहितकारी सरकार हम दे सकते हैं.
So where does this confidence and these numbers come from? Who is going to support the Sena? Well, the options are pretty obvious since there are 4 major parties in the state. Now, there have been reports of meetings between the Shiv Sena and the NCP in the last 24 to 48 hours. Congress leaders have reportedly met with NCP Chief Sharad Pawar, and Maharashtra Congress leaders have met with Sonia Gandhi in Delhi too. But is this all just political posturing? To speak on the political impasse in Maharashtra and the permutations and combinations that we're seeing, I'm joined now by Tohin Sinha, spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Sameer Dalwai, spokesman of the NCP, joining me here in Mumbai. And I'm also speaking with Rohit Chandavarkar, editor, Sakal Times. Rohit, let me start with you. What's the inside story? So far, and it's been 8 days, we've been thinking that the Sena is playing hard to get. They basically want top 2-3 portfolios. That's why they're asking for the CM seat. Is it a worse impasse than that?
Well, Tamanna, the seeds of what is happening right now in Maharashtra politics are in what happened in 2014. I remember on this channel in 2014, we were discussing whether Sena will participate in the Maharashtra government, and it took a while for them to come on board. Devendra Fadnavis went ahead and formed the government that time, and the Sena felt humiliated. And then in the month of December, end of December or January of 2015, they were taken in the government finally on BJP's terms. Now, Shiv Sena remembers all this, and they have been kind of sidelined and humiliated, if you want to call it that, over the past 5 years, not being given important portfolios, not being taken on board when important decisions happened and all of that. Now that the BJP has not been able to cross figure of 105, 106, they were 122 last time. The Sena wants to bargain hard. But the twist in the tale is that the BJP also wants to bargain hard, and latest that we are hearing is that BJP has already got about 10 independent candidates on board with them, taking their tally to 115. Remember, the magic figure in Maharashtra politics is 144 to form the government. So BJP still is far away from that figure. And the Sena now, of course, obviously will not get the chief minister's position because they are just 54, 56. But they want to get the important portfolios which they could not get last time.
Okay.
So this is only a part of bargaining. Now, the important latest development that we hear is that tomorrow Uddhav Thackeray is going away from Mumbai. He's announced to media just about 15 minutes ago that he is working in the interiors of Maharashtra and will not be available in Mumbai to hold discussions with the BJP. This is a twist that has come now because we thought things will fall in line and everything will be okay, by Sunday, and maybe the swearing in will happen by Monday.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be some suspense now in Maharashtra politics.
No, but so how long can this impasse go on? That's a big question to be asked. And Tohin, let me come to you and ask you what the plan is for the BJP. How long are you just going to wait and see what happens? Are there being efforts to negotiate? What is going on?
Well, in Delhi, the air is toxic, and unfortunately in Maharashtra, the politics is getting toxic for some strange reason. Well, if you ask me, we would have already formed the government by now. We don't believe in wasting a single day. We work 24/7. So after the Lok Sabha elections, we formed the government within 5 days at the center. In Haryana, We formed the government in 2 days. So it's as unfortunate a situation for us because the mandate is clearly for a BJP-led government. I want to ask you, you've covered the elections extensively. Did you hear any of the leaders of either of the two parties talk about this formula which they are talking now? They did not.
Are you
So
saying
the
they're
mandate
lying?
was
Are you
clearly
saying
on
they're
the
lying?
leadership of the incumbent CM, and there is no reason.
Toheen, are you saying they're lying? They're making this up?
Well, that is for you to decide. That is for the viewers to decide. I leave it to you.
No, I mean,
if I had to use the word, if I had to say that, I would have said that. I said it seems to be an unnecessary posturing, unnecessary confusion has been created because to the best of knowledge of everybody who covered the elections were fought on the leadership of the incumbent CM, Devendra Fadnavis-ji, and the mandate is for him.
No, they claim this has happened in a closed door meet between Uddhav Thackeray and Mr. Amit Shah. Now, it's not necessary that all of these negotiations and promises, will be made public. It's basically one's word against the other. But it should not matter. It should not matter if there can be a middle ground. Clearly, there isn't.
No. So first of all, I'm not privy to the discussions which happened in January and February, but I know that in democracy, when you have the numbers, you get the respect. For 27 years out of the 33 years that we have been together with Shiv Sena, we were very gracefully the junior partner. In 1995, they got 73 seats, we got 65. Despite that, we never asked for the CM's post. We were very happy with the ministries we got. But in the last 6 years, the tables have turned. Today we enjoy greater support from the people of Maharashtra. We have more number of seats, and I think it would only be graceful on the part of Shiv Sena to accept that. Next time they can bounce back. With a young leader at the helm of affairs, they have every possibility of bouncing back and giving us, a run for our money.
Okay, but I thought this was an alliance where everyone got along with each other. So I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I've got, Sameer Dalwai of the NPC here with me. And in 2014, as Rohit laid out in the beginning of the show, the NCP played an important role because when the Shiv Sena was again trying to bargain, the NCP came and told the BJP that we will support you. Are you now trying to play a role on the other end? Are you just fishing in troubled waters, watching from the sidelines and saying, let me cause a bit of mischief? Or is there any seriousness to the talks going on?
No, fishing is an important industry in India, especially in Maharashtra, but currently farming is something which has our undivided attention, and that's why you would see Mr. Pawar is the only political leader right now in Maharashtra who is out at Igatpuri meeting farmers because of the unseasonal rains. And I just saw from your channel that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray perhaps has taken a cue from that and is going tomorrow for a tour of Maharashtra. Now, does that mean there is some parley between them about it?
You are suggesting it.
No, does that mean? It doesn't mean. But what I mean is if somebody takes a cue from a senior leader, there's nothing wrong with it. But the truth of the matter is in what Mr. Sinha just said about how he wishes Shiv Sena best of luck to bounce back next time. Now, this is what I'd like to make a comment as a political comment is that let's understand one thing. The right-wing politics that these two parties have been playing has already reached its zenith last time. There are only so many Indians who will buy, even get fooled into this ideology.
Mr. Dalwai, I'm asking you something else completely.
I'm just coming to that point.
I'm sorry, you have to come to the point I'm saying. There is a saying in Hindi, Begani Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana. Okay,
but where is the shadi? It started on the wrong vows. They've started the marriage with wrong vows.
What is NCP
partners
doing?
Are saying that
always been the case of
NCP.
So they have to decide who said what.
NCP,
we are not doing anything. Mr. Pawar held a press conference on the day of the results and said that the mandate of the people is for us to be in the opposition.
Yeah.
He has not made any
so
statement.
Why are you meeting them? Why are you meeting them?
Why he's meeting somebody?
Everybody
from India wants to meet Mr. Sharad Pawar. He's a political person. Anybody can meet him. You can meet him. I can meet him tomorrow.
Okay, forget all this. Are you willing to say right now that there is no circumstances under which the NCP would look at backing a government with the Shiv Sena at the helm? Can you say this right now?
At the moment, there is absolutely no concern like that. At the moment, there is the largest party. Perhaps they would be called in by the governor. They have to prove their majority on the floor of the house. If that's proved, that's fine. Matters are over. But If it is not, then ifs and buts are always there in politics.
What
Let's see
is
what
that?
happens.
What
But we are
does
not
that
fishing
mean?
anywhere.
What does
we are
that
looking
mean?
after the farmers right now.
Okay, yeah, Tuhin, you want to come in on that? Why have you found yourself in this situation? And you know, sometimes it's one of those things that no one really believes will end in a fight. We've been thinking since a week that in a few days all of this
I have
will
a
be
point to
papered
make
over.
on that later.
Yeah, that all of this will be papered over. Is this, you know, a sign of alliance mismanagement by the BJP?
No, we are just taken by surprise this time, because, you know, like I said, if you speak to even the people who voted for Shiv Sena, and I've been speaking to a few of them in Mumbai, even they are surprised, because a lot of the votes which went to Shiv Sena were actually votes for the CM, were votes for the BJP and Mr. Modi. Now, as far as NCP is concerned, there are two things which NCP is very famous for. One is corruption and the other is the philandering propensities. You know, sometimes the flip-flop, sometimes they are with the Shiv Sena, sometimes they tend to be with us, which is fair. But the fact
Mr.
is,
Tuhin, what did you do in
ask
Haryana just now?
anybody, the mandate
Just tell
is
me the
very
magic you
clear,
did in
unlike
Haryana otherwise.
where we were a few seats short.
Wait. Okay, finish your point, Tuhin. Finish your point, then I'll come to Mr.
That
Dalwai.
you'll have to ask JJP.
Why?
JJP has unconditionally
We know what that
offered support
unconditional
to
means.
us, and
We
we
know
have
what
to
that-
take that
Dalwai,
support.
Mr. Dalwai, 1 minute. Let him finish. Everyone's getting, see how peacefully we're talking about the you know, toxic politics of Maharashtra, the way Tuhin describes it. I like that analogy. The air in Delhi is toxic, the politics in Maharashtra is toxic. How are you protecting yourself from this toxicity, Mr. Tuhin? The BJP. Yes, Mr. Tuhin, go on. Okay, I think his line has gotten
Yes, so
cut
can
off.
I just come in?
I think his line has gotten cut off. No, I want to go back to Rohit.
Sorry, what's it?
I want to go back to Rohit. I think your line got cut off, so you couldn't hear my question. We'll fix that, but I'll come back to Rohit in a bit. Rohit, how far is this going to go? What is actually at stake? And what is the actual negotiation which is going on? Is it about the top 3 portfolios? Is it about a deputy chief ministerial position? Is it about something for Aditya? What is the fight actually about? Because it's hard to believe that they really expect the BJP to give them the CM position for 2.5 years with 58 seats.
See, Tamanna, the most important portfolios in Maharashtra are home, finance, revenue, urban development, and PWD. These are the cream portfolios. And if you look at the distribution last time after 2014 election, all of this, except for half of PWD, which was MSRDC, all of that was with BJP. Now the Sena felt that they really didn't get anything in the government, and not even the corporation chairman's posts and all of that. And there is a lot of anger among the grassroots Shiv Sainiks that they didn't get a good deal last time. So there is pressure on the leadership this time get a good deal. What we are hearing from our sources is that the BJP is now sticking out an olive branch, saying that maybe revenue and PWD can be given to Shiv Sena, but certainly not home and finance. Home department is most important because that controls the police and the security. You control Maharashtra's politics through home. Remember Sharad Pawar, 15 years of Congress NCP rule, he never gave up home portfolio. Finance ministry, where all the schemes and all the files for all projects finally go for approval. These two, Devendra Fadnavis is not going to give in any case. There is no question of Aditya Thackeray coming in the picture right now, second question that you asked, because I don't think the Shiv Sena wants to expose an inexperienced young person like Aditya Thackeray, and in case they fail, he'll not be able to carry the party forward. Right now, they are putting Eknath Shinde, the minister from Thane district, as their leader in the assembly. He will perhaps be given deputy chief ministership, and if the deal happens over the next few days, it will be just PWD and revenue and maybe energy ministry, power ministry in Maharashtra to Shiv Sena with deputy chief ministership. The rest of it stays with BJP. But it's really important to note that all this has to happen before 7th of November, because 8th is the last day of the current assembly. And if it doesn't happen before that and gets extended, then we have the risk of president's rule being Maharashtra.
That's a very key point. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. We literally have like less than a week, of which, like you mentioned, Rohit, Mr. Thackeray is going to not be available for discussions for the next few days. You know what's interesting here is also how it all comes down to plum portfolios at the end of the day. It all comes down to plum portfolios and how crucial Maharashtra is in the entire economic picture, that no party wants to let go. It's every opportunity to get something out of it. Mr. Dalwai, is there any way that this entire combination can take place? Because if right now there was clarity from the NCP, and let me explain to you why I'm asking, there was clarity from the NCP and the Congress after the last few days and the events there, that there is no way they would support a Shiv Sena chief minister. Ideologically, it doesn't make sense. Then they would have no card to play. Why aren't you all coming out and clearing that situation?
Which combination are you talking about?
Well, the combination they are hoping, if they're going to say they're going to form a government, where are they going to get the MLAs from?
Okay, that's the combination they could be thinking of. But I'd like to come back to a couple of points that Mr. Sena said. When he spoke about corruption, and I think he should realize now that BJP has to give up its high moral ground, and people have realized that, because they have a Yediyurappa who is the chief minister of Karnataka, and Maharashtra, the Bombay Municipal Corporation has a budget of 36 lakh crores, where its erstwhile ally, if I may say, Shiv Sena, rules roost, and we know nothing happens. I'd just like to complete a point quickly. That's where the problem arises from, and I believe it's a genuine problem between the Shiv Sena and BJP, because they've realized that they've reached a saturation point of the vote bank that they can get, and if they have to survive, if Shiv Sena has to go beyond its earlier 63 seats, it's come to 56 now, it only will be at the expense of the BJP, and if the BJP has to go ahead of its 122 last time, which it went down, it had to go to at the expense of Shiv Sena. So the real problem is there, and that's where Shiv Sena feels perhaps cornered, because in this situation, they don't see a better future in the next few years. Yeah. So if at all they ever imagined Aditya Thackeray, the scion of the party, to ever have the chief minister's post, it is now or never for them. So it's actually a battle within the ideologies themselves, because they have reached a saturation point.
Are you guys cannibalizing each other?
Absolutely.
A quick response. Are you cannibalizing each other's vote shares? And that is a long-standing problem. You're going to have to find a solution to this sooner or later.
Well, it's a fact that post 2014 onwards, both parties have grown significantly, and BJP has grown rather exponentially. That is a fact, and that has completely shrunk away the opposition space. Today, fortunately, I mean, Congress must be thanking its stars, because Rahul Gandhi did not even come for campaign over here. He realized that the performance would be that bad. So yes, I mean, we have both grown significantly. BJP has grown exponentially, and that would pose problems for the junior party in the longer run. But like I said, that is something that does not mean that you violate the mandate of the people. The fact is that at the moment, at present, both parties clearly fought together on a common platform under the leadership of the existing CM, and
I don't think anyone in the BJP is surprised.
That would be a violation.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone in the BJP is surprised. It's not like this has not happened before, that the Shiv Sena has not made demands before. It just matters at the end of the day who has the biggest bargaining chip. It's an interesting exercise that we'll keep an eye out on for the next week or so, because that's when the tenure of the assembly ends. We don't want to go into a situation of president's rule. Possibly this will be sorted out sooner than later, but it just shows how the focus is on getting the best deal. It should really be on giving the people who voted you the best deal, and that's really the unfortunate part of it all. I want to thank all of you for joining us on the India Development Debate number 1. But when we're coming back, we're talking about the economy. We hoped for a bump from the festive season. Well, some of those numbers are in. How big was the bump in consumer demand? We're doing a status check on the slowdown. When we return, don't go away.